So I've mentioned already that Tantra looks at the balancing of masculine and feminine energies and is often referred to as balancing Shiva and Shakti. Now in our culture, that material has come down in what I sometimes call sort of Neo-Tantra or Western Tantra, and it revolves around working with sexuality and working with sort of balancing couples, creating more harmony within couples. And it is based upon some of the higher teachings of Tantra. I would venture to say, in all fairness, that what oftentimes is called Tantra in our culture was never really Tantra in the ancient traditions thousands of years ago. And at the same time, it is an evolution that has really come to really benefit our culture if it's used in the right way as a tool. And the way that I see and understand that then is you can start to learn to work with and understand some of the tantric principles within those practices. And you also have a chance to resolve and balance out some of the aspects of life so that we can create more harmony in our relationships, so that we can learn to release shame around our sexuality or the desires that we have. But that is not ultimately what Tantra is about. It's the piece around releasing shame is an aspect of Tantra. But it wants you to release your shame in every aspect of your life. It's not just about sexuality. And that work really is very beautiful when it's approached in the right way. And it's wonderful, wonderful work. But I want to sort of step up the sexual energy piece that's often talked about and put it in a little bit different context, which is that we're really looking at the sexual energy of God's creation. And it's really more fair to say that we're dealing with creative energy. We're not really dealing with sexual energy, we're dealing with creative energy. And in our physical human bodies, it does express itself through sexual functioning, because that's the way that we create, or one way that we create in a sort of physical form. But that same energy also awakens to create poetry and music and art. And that's another way that that energy flows through us. And if we limit it to being a particular thing, such as it's all about sexuality and pleasure, and it gets kind of stuck there, then it doesn't get free to express in other ways. And that's part of what the Western Tantra work can really help you do also, is to free up the energy and get it moving in different places so that you understand that there are other ways that that creative energy can move, and they can be just as joyful, if not more joyful, than the physical experience that we can have in our lovemaking. So that is what I invite you to look at, is its creative energy.